Greetings, Quester, and welcome to the Bard's Corner with Matt and Heather.
Hello, welcome to the Bard's Corner. We have a lot to go through this week.
Right, so starting off with a quick reminder of some of the releases that we've been able to look forward to for July. Mr. Big's album Defying Gravity is out right now. Ten's 13th studio album Gothica is out right now as well. That is an absolutely superb album. The album California by the River Dogs. All 41's album World's Best Hope. There's a 3 CD box set that was released on the 7th of July as well by Blind Guardian. That was entitled Live Beyond the Spheres. That was a 3 CD set, so that was pretty impressive as well. On the 14th of this month of July, Edguy are releasing an album called Monuments, which is to commemorate their 25th anniversary. Now that's a double CD DVD combination. On the CDs there's 22 sort of best of tracks. There's also, as well as that, 5 brand new songs and 1 previously unreleased track. So that's 28 songs altogether. The DVD that comes with it, it's a complete concert from the Hellfire Club tour that was recorded live in Sao Paulo. And as well as that, it's also got their music DVDs. So that's a really, really impressive collection. Been listening to some of that. If you manage to get the limited edition of Monuments, then it also comes with a 160-page book, which documents the long history of the band. Other albums to look forward to is Warner Drive, Till the Wheels Fall Off. We spoke about that previously. And don't forget, on the 23rd of June, the Angel Wings album The Edge of Innocence was released as well. So that was a really good CD and one of the strongest contenders for our new band of the year.
I was going to say, there's a lot of older bands there, isn't there?
There has been a lot of reissues, a lot of bands that have come back. We spoke about that on our last Bard's Corner as well, which was sort of a blast of the past with new albums from Saxons and returns from Lionheart and Da Vinci. So there's been a lot of older bands making a return, which is absolutely great for the scene. As well as that, we just want to talk about some of the tour dates coming up. Now, Tyketto have announced a 7-day tour in the UK in November.
Go on, do it in one go, one breath.
They're going to be playing at Hard Rock, Hull, Sheffield, Manchester, Nuneaton, Troon, Edinburgh and Newcastle. That's going to be between the 10th to the 26th of November. Night Ranger are also going to be playing at Hard Rock, Hull on the 9th of March next year, but on the 11th of March they're going to be going over to London's Shepherd Bush Empire, where they're going to be doing a joint headline gig with Skid Row. Cool. As well as that, if you go onto our paradiserock.co.uk website and check out the tour section, there's some gigs for the end of July for the Graham Bonnet Band, Vega, FM and the Dirty Thrills. So be sure to check those out.
Summer's a good time for music.
It's always a good time for rap music, isn't it? Now, the 3 albums we wanted to talk to you about in a little bit more depth today. The first one was The Raven Ride by Empire via Pride and Joy Records. This one was originally released through Metal Heaven back in 2006. It was the 3rd album by Empire and it's the 3rd reissue. This is Tony Martin from Black Sabbath on vocals, Neil Murray on bass from Whitesnake, Brian May Bland, Black Sabbath, Rolf Monks on guitar. He is the main guy behind the band. He's currently with Crematory. He's played with Razorback and Majesty. He's a phenomenal guitarist. And Andre Hilgers on drums.
Super band.
Yeah, Andre Hilgers was the drummer with Rage and with Axis. Do you remember?
Yep.
We saw them.
No, you just saw them.
Were you not with me for the Axis concert?
Well, I'm pretty sure I just had a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Duh, you were involved a little bit there.
Yeah, I'll take some credit for that.
We couldn't get a babysitter because he wouldn't stop crying.
So, going back to the Raven Ride and less from my personal problems, the Raven Ride
I'm not sore about it at all.
It's got some really good songs on the Raven Ride. The actual album title track itself, The Raven Ride, beautifully heavy song. It's got a really good rhythm to it, as does one of my other favourite songs on the album called Breathe. My favourite song on that album is a song called I Can't Trust Myself, which has got a really catchy chorus, really catchy hook.
It speaks to you.
Rolf Monks does some incredible guitaring on that album. I'd say if you like metal music, if you like heavy metal at all, then definitely go check it out. As I say, Rolf Monks is a brilliant guitarist. It's an album with a fantastic group of musicians playing. There are some songs on there I wasn't too crazy about, so it's got a 7.5 from me, but be sure to check that one out. That's out on the 18th of August via Pride and Joy Records. The second album we wanted to talk to you about today is the self-titled debut album from a band called Kryptonite. They are a new band, but the members have all been with other bands. So the lead singer is Jake Samuels, who was the lead singer of the Poodles. The bassist, Pontus Egberg, he played with both the Poodles and with Treat. Robin Back, the drummer, he used to play with Eclipse.
Cool. And
Mike Pallis, the guitarist, he was the lead singer and songwriter of a band called Pallis, his own band. They've got Alessandro Del Vecchio, who's the producer for this album. He also plays keyboards. So, very good lineup. This album, all the way through, is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best albums I've listened to this year. I'll say right out, it's getting a 9.5.
Again with the 0.5.
9.5.
Wait, that's a thing now. 0.5. You didn't used to.
We always get a 0.5 somewhere. It's difficult to pick out the real highlights from the album, but I'll just go through a few. This Is the Moment, Chasing Fire, Keep the Dream Alive, Fallen Angels, and Knowing Both of Us, and Get Out Be Gone. They were my favourite songs on the album. But to be honest, the whole album, it's 11 tracks, and I've listened to the entire thing probably 4 or 5 times back to back. It's just a really good, energetic rock album. If you like Heat, if you like Eclipse, if you like the Poodles, if you like melodic rock at all, this is an album you absolutely have to check out. It's the third nominee for Paradise Rock Album of the Year so far. As I say, there are a couple of not slow songs, but more power ballady songs, which is Fallen Angels and Knowing Both of Us. But the rest of the album is just really fast-paced tempo, some incredibly catchy songs on there. So that's out on the 4th of August. Make sure you check that out. That's Kryptonite through Frontiers Music SRL. The third album we've got to talk about today is Quiet Riot's Road Rage. Now that's out on the 4th of August. The lead singer now is James Durbin. He was on American Idol. I think he finished 4th or something like that. I don't follow it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't have high hopes for this because I find that singers that migrate from those kind of talent shows or go on those sort of talent shows and then go into rock bands doesn't generally work out well, with the exception of Nathan James, who's absolutely fantastic. But it came out a lot better than I expected. There was a couple of decent songs on the album: Wasted, Freak Flag, and Still Wild, which had quite a good rhythm. So as I say, the album was better than I expected, but still fell a little flat for me. I'm giving this one a 6.5 out of 10. James Durbin sang a lot better than I expected, but as I say, overall this album for me just didn't hit the mark. But I do think that if you're a fan of Quiet Riot, you will be glad to get hold of this album. So if you'd like to find out any more about these tour dates or the album releases, please be sure to check out paradiserock.co.uk. Thank you.
Bye.
Farewell, Quester. To find out about other productions by the Meddlesome Meeples, then check out our channel or rendezvous with us at meddlesomemeeples.com. Until next time, Quester, farewell and keep thine axe sharp.